Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Here we go, 45, white.
On third down, Love. That is caught. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now this defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On now is the Packers punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Shifts by him. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win. I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Here's Burrow. That's caught one more time by Boyd. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll try the left side with Evans. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. The numbers for Evans a week ago: 9 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game, because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with their offensive line so they can read the blocks properly and they can execute them. I expect them to get a minimum of 15 carries in this game, and the optimum number would be 20 plus.
And Boyd going to pick up a Bengals 1st down as he'll get this down to the 35-yard line. And they go play action now. Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. It's again at their own 25-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week: 17 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
Well, partner, we've watched as they've reached 2 wins, 3 wins, 4, and then 5. And we kept questioning each week, how long can they keep this streak going? This team is rolling, and having someone like this who can really set the tone for your offense week in and week out is a big part of why they've been unbeatable as of late.
Love looking to throw it. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2nd and 10. Throwing. Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They start the drive with Evans, and he edges forward but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd, and he's brought down. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. On the draw, Evans. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Bengals at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this one to Boyd. Hook up a 15 yards there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Evans. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. There's just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Evans again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Burrow will throw. His pass caught at the 4. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Evans is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Here's Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw now. Here's Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football. Knowing full well, he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Yeah, they'll go right back to Evans. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. On the draw, it's Evans. Able to slither by. And able to get this to the 31. Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
On 3rd down, Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. McPherson's kick is good. And that... So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he returns this to the 22. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Ready. Yellow. 43. Go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Love going to give this one to Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
If it's not one guy, it's another with this defense. I mean, this is the #1 unit against the rush in the entire NFL. They know how to cover for each other, and yeah, they've got great players. They also have very dependable players, too.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On the counter, here's Jones. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
They'll throw over the middle, taken in. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Love now. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. DJ Reader. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Operating from the gun. Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on third down, Love. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And his kick here is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3. They will throw on first down with Burrow, and he'll go underneath here to Evans. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Burrow. There's Evans again, complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They need 2. Here's third down. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So on fourth down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, and it's the Browns who have the lead in the second quarter. Deshaun Watson, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Derek Carr lighting it up. 3 touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. J.K. Dobbins, a touchdown run in the victory.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Bengals set to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Into a double team and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's taken down inside the 30. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Love. Got Dobbs over the middle. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, I know from working with you that you're about as old school as they come. Your thoughts on throwing that ball from the 1-yard line?
Yeah, I just got done walking my dinosaur, as you well know, and ordinarily I'm screaming, run the football from the 1-yard line. But if you are going to throw it, just take extra care. That didn't happen there, and they turned the ball over.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down. Here's Burrow. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Here we go.
To the air again, Burrow. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Burrow going to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Burrow looking to pass. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. Now Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. I'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Love. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Logan Wilson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
McPherson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. A quick throw there is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Love. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. That's taken on the 25. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Play action. It's Burrow looking for the end zone. Oh, and that is incomplete. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up 1st downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Love. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Love now to pass on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Inside the 10. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Here we go.
How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. They'll run here with Evans. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They run with Thomas. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Ian Thomas, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us? Motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Love looking to throw it. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Love from the gun. Completes it again to Dobbs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now a 2nd and 6. To the air again, Love. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Love. And He comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on third down to keep this drive alive.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Working out of the gun. Love. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. He finds his man. Complete. That's Yates. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. And he's playing a fresh set of downs.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here we go. 53.
On 1st and 10, Love setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. In motion right, Dobbs. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run on first down with Evans. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll go again here with Evans. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
A give up the middle to Evans. Well, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Bengals, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.